day the weight of wandering thoughts rests heavy on my shoulders again. But life was never meant to stop for sighs. The sky is wide, the road unsure, a quiet strength I'm learning more, to take the days both rough and pure as mine. Every doubt that presses near finds its shape then disappears when I breathe and let it be. You're always the friend who feels like light, soft in the corners of my mind. No need to run, no need to fight, just stay in the rhythm of ordinary days. In the calm that never fades, I learn to hold my life this way and say, we're alright. We're alright. Morning hum and traffic lines cloud my heart with small concerns. Still the world in simple time returns. Every burden has its name, every joy a quiet flame. I take them both without the blame or fear. What is given, what is gone, me gently moving on. Nothing more and nothing wrong. You're always the friend who feels like sun warm when the day has just begun. No grand design, no race to run, just truth in the swing of breathing slow. In the grace of letting go, I find the peace I've come to know. With you, we're alright. We're life was never promised ease. It bends us slowly to our knees. But even storms can teach the seas to shine. I won't chase a perfect line, nor rewrite the hand of time. I take this fragile heart of mine as is. If tomorrow shifts its tone, if I walk a road alone, still I'll stand and call it home. You're always a friend who feels like spring, gentle in everything you bring. Through every loss and everything we grow, in the steady falling light, in the hush of every night, I hold this life with open sight and know we're alright. We're alright. We're alright. Golden light across your hands, resting where the old book stands, petals trembling in the air, so slow. Ink and paper softly worn, like a quiet early morn. In the garden's tender glow we breathe. Nothing loud, nothing fast, just a moment meant to last. Between the pages of the spring, every little fragile thing feels like time has learned to stay with us. In the sunlight on your skin, in the hush we're standing in, there's a world we don't have to explain at all. Stay with me softly. Film grain dancing in the light, shadows gentle, never bright, every color warm and thin like silk. Your fingers trace a faded line of a simple borrowed rhyme, and the silence settles in so still. Nothing more than what we are, no need to reach too far. Between the pages of the spring, every breath is listening to the way the daylight falls so near. In the garden washed with gold, in a story softly told, there's a piece we didn't know was here. Stay with me gently. If the world begins to move, if the hours slip too soon, let this quiet linger on in view. Not a promise carved in stone, just the way your hands are known by the warmth of afternoon light. Between the pages of the spring, every simple living thing shines without a need to prove or show. In the stillness of your eyes, in the hush where beauty lies, all I ever need to know is love. Morning settles soft and slow, through the glass a gentle glow, petals falling one by one on the street. I'm sitting where we used to be, with a cup of memory. In the quiet of this place you still breathe. Steam fading in the air, empty chair still waiting there, footsteps passing by the door come and go. Time is moving as it should, life outside is understood, but my heart stays seated here long ago. I still wait for you. You're the one I always miss, every silence, every kiss. Though the days keep turning fast, I remain in the cafe where we met. I have not forgotten yet how your laughter filled the room like rain. Reality is clear and plain, some things never stay the same. Still your shadow lingers near, so near. In the corner by the light, where we talked until the night, wooden walls so true. I still wait for you.
Different seasons come and go, different winds begin to blow, but this table by the glass stays the same. People laugh and people cry, life keeps walking quickly by, yet my heart returns to you each day.
I remember how you'd smile, stay with me a little while. Now I sit and trace your name in thought. Though I try to let it fade, every promise that we made finds its way back to this room too soon. You're the one who left my love, like the sky I'm thinking of, always somewhere in my view above. Every word you used to say still refuses to decay. In this quiet spring cafe I stay. If I close my eyes I see you still sitting next to me, sunlight resting on your hair softly. Time can take and time can give, still with what we had I live in the place we used to know so well. You're the one who left, my dear, yet you're somehow always here, in this cafe filled with light so near. Every blossom as it falls whispers softly through these walls. Some goodbyes don't disappear, they stay. I still wait for you.
Winter's thinning on the quiet hill, breathing out a silver chill. Boots on frozen earth so still, I walk out softly.
By the creek that hums so low, little ribbons start to flow. Under ice that's letting go, I hear it calling.
The wind is slow, the sky is pale, a fragile light behind the veil. Something's shifting in the air tonight.
Oh, I feel it in the ground. Oh, a tender waking sound.
Maybe spring is on her way, maybe night will turn to day. I step outside before the sun to gently meet the coming one.
Through the frost and fading snow, tiny sparks begin to glow. Before the world is fully bright, I go to meet the light. I'll meet the light. I'll meet the light. I'll meet the light.
Frozen soil begins to break for hidden seeds that start to wake. Every breath I slowly take feels like a promise.
water laughing down the stone, no more singing all alone. Even silence has a tone of expectation.
Your hand brushes close to mine, no need for words or grand design. We just listen to the thawing earth.
Oh, beneath the quiet sky, we let the old pass by.
Maybe spring is on her way, maybe hope is here to stay. In the hush before the green, there's beauty in the in-between.
From the cracks in winter's frame, little shoots without a name, reaching up without a sound through the thawing ground.
I'll meet the light, I'll meet the light, I'll meet the light.
Not every bloom arrives in bloom. Some begin in hidden rooms. Under frost and under fear, still they persevere.
We don't rush the turning tide, we just stand here side by side.
Low and steady as we are, we've already come so far.
Now I know she's on her way. Gentle gold replaces gray before the world can clearly see. She's already touching me.
By the creek the waters run, silver threads in early sun. Through the earth and through my heart, a quiet, hopeful star.
I'll meet the light. We'll meet the light.
If I were a white cloud drifting in the open blue, I would wander slowly with nothing much to do, floating over rivers, over quiet fields of green, watching little rooftops and everything between.
Maybe I would rest a while on a mountain's wooden crown, breathing in the silence before I'm moving on.
So high, so free, just drifting.
If I were a white cloud, sailing anywhere, I could see the whole wide world from up there. All the funny little moments, all the simple joys, every laugh and every sound, every girl and boy. If I were a white cloud, light and unconfined, I could go wherever the wind decides. White cloud, drift on. I would watch the markets, colorful and bright, see the trains like silver lines sliding out of sight. I would pause on treetops where the old stumps quietly stand, resting in the cool shade above the land. Then I'd rise again, curious and slow. There's always something new below. No walls, no ties, just sky. If I were a white cloud, I could look around at all the fun and wonder I have found. Every happy picnic, every dancing street, against the day. There is nowhere in this world I couldn't stray. White cloud, so proud. Maybe I don't need to fly to feel that kind of grace. Maybe it's a way of seeing any time, any place. Still I like imagining the freedom in the air, floating over mountains without a single care. High above the noise, high above the crowd, smiling like a quiet white cloud. If I were a white cloud, I would drift and see all the little corners of mystery. Every bright tomorrow, every fading hue, every kind of story, old and new. If I were a white cloud, I could always roam anywhere. The sky is white is home. White cloud, carry me.
Morning weighs upon my chest, unfinished thoughts that never rest. Traffic moving far below, too fast. Clouds are hanging low and wide, quiet battles I don't hide. Another long and fragile day to pass. Yet somewhere underneath the gray, a softer color finds its way, like petals waiting in the cold for sun. Even when the wind is strong, even when the night feels long, I can hear a distant song. It is always spring inside, though the windows try to hide all the light I hold within my heart. Every storm will lose its claim, every fear without a name melts beneath the gentle flame and starts in the smallest seed of hope. In the way I choose to cope, there's a promise softly singing from the start. Always spring, always spring. Some days feel too sharp to bear, heavy silence in the air, questions knocking at my door again. Dreams are placed upon the shelf, doubting even my own self, wondering how far I can pretend. But the earth beneath the frost knows that nothing's ever lost. Roots are reaching quietly below, through the cracks of doubt and fear, through the weight of every tear, tiny shades of green appear. It is always spring inside, where the quiet hopes reside. Even if the sky is turning dark, there's a blossom yet to rise in the corners of my eyes, in the courage that survives the mark. Every ending holds a start, hidden deep within the heart, like the earth before it opens to spark. Always spring, always spring. If today feels incomplete, if defeat is at my feet, I will stand and slowly breathe again. Not because the road is clear, not because there's nothing here, but because I still believe in when. After snow and bitter air, after nights of silent prayer, morning Hello, cherry blossoms, I see you once again along the river, shining like soft and spoken rain. Every year you find me standing by the hand, waiting for the moment you open up your hands. White against the blue sky, floating without fear. How can something fleeting feel so endless here? Spring wind brushes past me, touches both my cheeks, whispers in a language only April speaks. No hurried step, no heavy sound, just petals drifting down. The world slows quietly. Hello, cherry blossoms, so beautiful and wide. The river holds your shadow like a silver tide. The sky above is watching, blue and calm and high. White against forever, soft across my eyes. Hello, cherry blossoms, welcome back to me. Every year you teach my heart how to simply be. Crowds are softly breathing under branches bright, cameras catching seconds of dissolving light. Children laugh like echoes carried on the breeze, petals swirled around them, dancing through the trees. The city feels much lighter, covered up in white. Even tired buildings glow in gentle light. Spring wind brushes past me, cool and warm at once, carrying the perfume of beginnings undone. Nothing sharp, nothing loud, just beauty in a cloud that slowly falls around. Hello, cherry blossoms, stretching to the sky. Blue above is leaning close, watching you drift by. The river moves beneath you, calm and slow and grand, holding every memory like grains of silver sand. Hello, cherry blossoms, fragile as goodbye. Still you bloom so bravely under open sky. Every year I worry time will move too fast, but you return in silence, just like in the past. You don't stay forever, you don't need to try. Your beauty is the lesson that nothing must deny. If I could live like petals, falling without fear, trusting in the season, knowing spring is near. Spring wind on my shoulder, sky of endless blue, white against the heavens, everything feels new.
brushing hope upon my face like morning dew. Hello, cherry blossoms, good to see you bloom. You make the whole white city feel like living room. Hello, cherry blossoms, welcome back. I'll again speak to you someday. Reflected, unhurried, airy and peaceful. Lyrics steam of letting go, quiet strength, soft hope, natural phrasing, conversational tone. Simple imagery, not dense, not dramatic. I held the night too tight again, like it would break if I let it bend. All the noise inside my head wouldn't rest. I tried to win against the rain, counted every little pain, as if sorrow had a name I could press. I was fighting shadows on the wall till I felt myself grow small. Maybe I don't have to stay in every storm that comes my way. If it hurts, let it hurt. If it burns, let it burn. I don't have to save the world tonight. If I fall, let me fall through the dark, through it all. Maybe morning doesn't need my fight. I was holding on so tight, now I'm loosening my mind. If it's heavy, let it pass, let it pass. I built a cage of should and must, polished it with fear and trust, called it strength but it was dust in my hands. Running circles in one place, chasing some imagined grace, looking for a sign to chase or command. But the sky won't answer me, it just stays wide and free. Maybe I don't have to know every place I'm meant to go. If it hurts, let it hurt. If it breaks, let it break. I don't have to fix the shape of time. If I'm lost, let me be. Where I am is still me. Even silence can be kind. I was reaching for the light, like it owed me something bright. If it's fading, let it pass, let it pass. Maybe peace is not a flame, not a victory, not a name. Maybe peace is walking on without blame. Maybe leaving doesn't mean I have failed or been unseen. Maybe I can close my eyes and just breathe. No more wrestling the wave. I don't have to be that brave. If it hurts, let it hurt. If it goes, let it go. I don't have to carry every stone. If it let it pass. Morning rest on silver leaves, quiet light between the trees, breathing slow with drifting seas of air. Summer hums in hidden streams, golden dust in fragile beams, nothing louder than it seems out there. Every season turns its face, moves with unannounced grace, leaves a shadow, leaves a trace behind. Slow wind, slow sky passing by. We are turning with the earth. Every ending holds a birth in the hush of falling rain. We change through the amber afternoon under pale and rising moon. All the colors fade and bloom again. Seasons flow, soft and slow. Autumn leans on weathered stone, crimson fields the light has known, grows in distant overtones call. Winter writes in fragile white, breath becomes a thread of light, footsteps fading out of sight, small. Every frost and every flame whispers we are not the same. Still the sky remains our frame above. Slow tide, slow flame, no name. We are turning with the earth, measured not by loss or worth. In the quiet seeds below, we grow through the longest silent night toward a thin returning light. Every frozen heart will know the thaw. Seasons flow, let it go. Spring arrives without a sound, green unfolding from the ground. Nothing lost is ever bound for long. What is taken